Today we read from Colossians chapter 3, verses 23 through 24. Whatever your task, work heartily as serving the Lord and not men, knowing that from the Lord you will receive the inheritance as your reward. You are serving the Lord Christ. This is the reading of our word.
Thanks be to God.
Wow. This is the reading of our word.
Thanks be to God.
Y'all sound so excited. About as excited as the kids. And they are more enthusiastic about Courtney's children's moment than they ever are about mine. Today we're talking about having a heart that serves. What does that mean? What does that look like? You know, oftentimes the imagery of hearts is used in the life of our church, right? You know, we talk about having a heart mended by Christ and, you know, made new and fresh and wonderful and pure and clean and renewed. But what if you only really right now have half a heart? You're tired. Y'all, there's not enough coffee in the world to make up for the tired I feel some days. You're upset at all the school teachers that were praying for snow days. I'm looking at that corner back over there. What if there's just so much going on in life that it's really, really hard to feel whole? Does that mean you don't serve? You see, a lot of times we, as people of faith, often feel a lot of pressure. We feel an immense amount of pressure to be a perfect perception of what it means to be a Christian, what it means to be the ideal person, follower of Christ, whatever that looks like. We've got to have our stuff together, right? We've got to pray before every single meal. Our kids cannot pray for Beauty and the Beast or Belle, because that's the only prayer that's coming out of my youngest mouth right now. No, they've got to pray for their food, or else it's not a proper prayer, right? You can't make a mistake. You got to be kind and loving to every single person you meet. You got to serve at the soup kitchen and the Ronald McDonald House, and you've got to pick up the things that are needed and make sure that you call the individuals that haven't made it to church in a while, and you got to do it all, right? A lot of times we put that pressure on ourselves. We put a lot of pressure on ourselves to fulfill the world's ideal understanding of what a heart that serves ought to look like. There's words in here, though, that are really, really key. Whatever your task, work heartily as serving for the Lord and not men. How many of you have done things that you absolutely hate doing? And if being here's one of them, I don't want to know. But we all have things that we know we have to do in order to get to something that we want to do. But do we go about doing it joyfully, lovingly, kindly, or do we complain our wonderful ways through it? You all are going, please don't look at me right now. You see, whatever your task, work heartily as serving for the Lord and not for men. We're not going to enjoy every single thing we do. You all, I hate cleaning the bathroom. Particularly after your kids have been sick. But how many of you have done tag you're in? Laundry is my least favorite thing. I have 4 children. I didn't plan that well. But I can either complain about it or do it joyfully. I'm not talking whistle while I work. I'm not Snow White. But there's a paradigm shift, right? There's an internal understanding that if we look at every single thing we are doing in this life as if we are doing it for the joy of the Lord, whether it's something we particularly enjoy or not, then perhaps it might go faster. I don't know about you all, but one of my most fond memories, and I say that with a lot of sarcasm, is the time that my wonderful parents made me sit at the table until I ate my spinach. It was cooked. Okay, now, like, as an adult, I absolutely love spinach salad, spinach kale salads. Like, I love it. Do not cook it, please. Like, I don't understand that. But I will eat it in every single way. But I'm sure many of you have also had this experience, right? Where your parents made you sit at the table until you finished that particular food? Or do I just get to look at my mom and dad and go, you were mean? It took forever, right? I'm sitting there wanting this to be over. And by that point, it's really not appetizing in any way, shape, or form. And I complained the whole time. And once it's done, it's done. And you can move on. Have we ever thought about that in the rest of our lives? How often do we waste so much time complaining about the things that we have to do? I mean, I'm not negating that we do get weary. There's things that get tiresome. You told your child for the 800th time to put away their shoes. And they still don't. But if we consider how many things we can move through this life with joyfully, then how much more joy do we find in the things that we actually enjoy doing? We all have things we like to do. Hobbies. Fun TV shows. Whatever it is. You know, some people enjoy playing cards or board games, or, I brought the embroidery thing that's been sitting in a bag for months in my house. I'd love to get to it. I'm sure if I stopped complaining about doing laundry and actually did it, I'd get to it, right? Whatever our task, work as if serving in the Lord, and knowing from the Lord you'll receive the inheritance as your reward. So there's that perspective. If we continue to do things with joy, if we look at it and we move forward, then we will go, even if we're not going at it with our whole hearts. I know, Courtney, I love it. I want the kids to do it. Please encourage them to whole heart, 110%. We want them to get good grades. Good grades, good, smart, be kind, loving. But as adults, we know that we can't always give 100% to every single task because we would overburden ourselves. We'd be weary, we'd be tired, we'd be stressed out, overstrained. Or would we? Would we? If we give our all with a joyful heart to everything we try and strive to do, would we really be tired? Or would we find the joy inherent within it? I don't know. It's an experiment worth trying, though, isn't it? What do you have to lose? You can't get any more tired. You're looking at me like, oh, challenge accepted. I mean, you can't do any less effort. I think that far too often when we think about giving of our whole selves and serving after God with our hearts and minds and bodies and souls, we do it thinking that if we get through this, we get through that, we move on to the next thing, then we'll suddenly figure it all out and we'll have time to do it in the way we want to. How many of us have been buying that lie our entire adult lives? That when I finally finish this one thing and I move on to the next, I'll have free time? Many of you who are retired tell me that you're really just tired. As I studied and read and thought and considered these words about having a heart that serves after God, I recognize that each one of us within this room will have a different heart that serves, a different passion, a different calling. For some of us, those things will be very easy. We know those wonderful people who seem to have it all together, and you look at them and you go, I love that you can do that. I can't. And it's okay. Because when you have a heart that serves, you're not serving for just you. You're serving for everyone. The greater body of Christ. There's a beautiful imagery of a choir singing. That long, ending, last note. I'm not making you all try this experiment with me, so be grateful. But you all know the last note that the choir sings when they're holding it out, and they're holding it out for a very long time. You know how they can do that? That one person drops out, takes a quick breath, and then comes back in. And one person drops out, takes a quick breath, and comes back in. That's how it can go on for seemingly forever. See, having a heart that serves doesn't just mean an individual heart. It doesn't just mean your, as in you. It means your, as in our collective heart that serves. And so sometimes some of us might need to drop down for a moment or two to take a breath. So we can come back with the fullness of our hearts, or even half our hearts, knowing that sometimes, too, and I know some of you have experienced this, when you're serving, sometimes when you start serving, you feel like this. You feel like it's only half a heart. And maybe by the end of whatever, or by the end of several weeks or months or however long, you suddenly realize that your heart's been made more full by the service you've given. My hope and my prayer is that as we consider ways that we serve as a church, we do it with 110%. We go at it fully, without fear, with love, with excitement, with joy. And with hearts ready. Amen.